All right. Don't you ever, ever, under any circumstance, no matter what the situation, no matter what the situation, I'm going to show you two ways to not be the vessel to teach the next generation how to be toxic. Let me tell you the most common situation with all of these broken families, and now the holidays are coming about, and we have to intertwine with family members that we typically don't, or we're sharing custody, or things of that nature. You have frustration, you have conflict with other family members. These children are the most important. These children right there, they're the most important above your ego, above you. It is not about us. It is beyond us. It is not about us. So do not for 1 second try to make it feel as if though you are in the right to say or do anything that latches you on to a toxic situation in front of children. We have the holidays coming up. And a lot of parents, and let me tell you something, my personal experience, I always put me first. My personal experience with dating women, most of them in my age group have children. Most of them have children. And all of them, not to discredit any women, all women are great. All mothers are great. All fathers are great. All of us are great. We have areas in our life that we need to work on and be better. There's always room for improvement, but they're all great. So they may not be in my life anymore, but let me share something with you that is consistent across the board that I don't like, and I need to share this with you because you can stop this. You can stop this. When a woman has a child, or it's your child, or you're the woman and a man has a child, the energy flows both ways, folks. When they are talking down to you or belittling you or raising their voice in a stern way, and that child looks up and is seeing their parent belittle you or yell at you, or they're on the phone with you, and that child is sitting back listening to that mom or that dad belittle you or yell at you like you're an idiot in front of that child. What that's doing is that teaching that child that that's the way to be. Teaching that child. There's no other way to spin it. You are teaching that child that that is the way to be, and that's exactly the way they will be. There's no other way to spin it. There's no other way. You don't need psychological licensing and all this other stuff. You don't need all this to figure it out. That's exactly what it is. When you talk down to other humans, yell, raise your voice, curse, whatever, negative interaction coming out of you in front of a child, you're teaching the next generation. And when you're gone, you're only cultivating more sickness to this earth by doing that. It's not about us and the point we have to make and the words we have to say and the cuss words and stuff like that. You have to bring it down. You may be right. You may be wrong. But you got to stop because you got a little one sitting right next to you that's listening. And you have to show them the good character of a person that you are. Constantly, in every situation. So if you're there, let me put myself in my situation. I've been right in front of a woman and she wants to create some type of issue, something that doesn't need to be created. I'm not here to go and pick at people and pick fights with people, but they're going to find something to get pissed off about. And they start getting higher tones and louder and belittling and questioning and badgering and getting in their thoughts and in their feelings. And I'm just listening to them, and their child is right there. There's two things you could do. First and foremost, you have to get away. It doesn't matter the situation. I don't care if you're at the event. I don't care if you're at I don't care where you're at. I don't care if there's money on the table. walk, get away, because you cannot. It's not about her comfort and me not walking away or that money. It's about that child and how that we're teaching that child. We're teaching that child that a man is going to respond like this if mommy responds like that, or a man's going to respond like that if mommy responds like this, and this is the action that's going to create the reaction, and oh, this is the way life is. This is the way I will be. So then you walk away, you get away. There's another situation that I was in, and I tell you this, many of you will familiarize with this. I'm at the drop-off with my ex-wife, and my ex-wife, mind you, she's a white coat. She's a very high-profile person in her field, and she was trying to get me. I think my lawyers even told me that her lawyers would tell her, and not that they were communicating, but maybe they were, but that this is what's going to happen. He prepared me and warned me this is what's going to happen. And sure enough, it did. Coming from a woman that I would never think that would do something like that. And she would just basically, like, in my face at the drop-off. I'm going to get my daughter, and I'll go reach down to my daughter, and I see this hand just swing in front of my face, trying to get me to flinch or react or something. Like someone's like trying to put their fist in your face real quick to see if you're gonna respond back. So in a situation like that, what you do is you just engulf love towards the child. Don't even see it. What I did, I was getting her in the car, kissing her and cuddling. Oh my God, I can't wait. We're gonna go over here, and the museum's gonna be so much fun. Let's try to touch the dolphin over there at the aquarium. Oh man, I can't wait. Kissing her, look at her pretty hands. Oh my gosh. And it's just so much love, and they're just feeling overwhelmed with love. There's so much love that this child is feeling that they can't even see the other shit that's going on around them. They can't see all that other stuff. The crap that she's trying to do. That's exactly my situation that I was experiencing. And so recently, also, I'm on the phone with a young lady who likes to, apparently I'm just starting to get to see that she likes to belittle me on the phone. And so, and her daughter seems to be right next to her. And when her belittling is just like elevated, like she likes to look cool in front of her daughter or something like that. I don't know what it is. And many times she's done it in front of her coworkers too. It's like she likes to, and so we pretty much already know what's going to be happening. I'm hanging on for a little bit to see if things will change. But yeah, this ego that in front of people. It's not sustainable for long-term relationships. It's not going to work. Your ego will never work in any situation. Your ego needs to be down to the ground. That's just a quick message. Your ego needs to always be down because anything could happen. So she's on the phone and she's belittling me. And so I just hang up and she calls back to finish her belittling. And I pick up the phone. I said, "Don't talk to me like that." And no matter what her point she's trying to say, she's feeding negative energy into that child sitting next to her. I said, I gotta hang up. I hung up. So I just text her, "You will not talk to me like that in front of your daughter. You are not teaching her correctly. That is not the way to be." So no matter your situation, remember this, that it is not about us. It is not about your ego that needs to be groomed by winning the argument. It's beyond us. Right there. Those beautiful children that are constantly in our mind. Right there. It's about them. Imagine a microscope is on you constantly. No matter if your child is with you or not, if you're like me, where you don't have to have your child and you wake up in the morning like I just did, and I finished my cry session, missing my daughter, but I get strong through it and I stand up and I keep moving forward. No matter if you're with that child or you don't see that child for many, many, many months or years, there is always children watching you. There is always children watching you and looking at the good quality and the good character of the human being that you are. And someone is watching and learning from you. Be that vessel for a deeper understanding, for greatness. There is greatness within you, and you have to characterize it within you, and you have to align it with your true authentic self and be loving to yourself and loving to every situation, this hectic, frustrating situation, this irritating situation, this angry, this scary situation. Be calm and at peace and loving in all situations. When you cultivate that love in all situations from within, and it externally is represented outwardly to all things, love begins to come back to you. It's the flow of energy. Everything is energy. I love you guys so, so much. Don't ever forget, it's not about your ego, and it's not about us. It's beyond us. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I love you guys very much. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.